Alright, so what are slug lines and how to use them? First of all, the reason for slug lines to exist is that we are getting a lot of issues in auto AI sheets in terms of background consistency. The reason why we are getting background inconsistency in the auto AI sheets is because sometimes in the audio it's not clearly mentioned where the scene is taking place, and ChatGPT, when it assumes a scene is taking place in a certain place, it's sometimes not it's sometimes incorrect, which creates a lot of manual effort in order to correct where the scene is taking place and what is the time of day or night when the scene is taking place. So sluglines help us automate it, and basically we get consistent background consistency in our assets. So let me just take you through what are sluglines and how to use them. So first thing is, the way you use sluglines is, first of all, I'll take you to the format of sluglines. So the format is just like screenplays. You're telling like whether the scene is taking place in interior or exterior, a short location name, like for example, exterior wolf pack, forest clearing, uh, a one line visual description, less than 25 words. This is extremely important because the longer you create, the more detail you put in your slug line, essentially it's going to increase the length of your prompt, and then the prompt adherence of Leonardo AI will suffer. So the shorter your prompt, the more precise your prompt, the better image adherence, the prompt adherence on Leonardo AI. So let's do our part by making the slug lines as short and as precise, concise as possible. So for that, less than 25 words is extremely important. And then time of day, night, morning, evening, twilight, dusk, or dawn. So the most important thing is you need to add slug lines in brackets. When you do that, essentially AI VO will completely reject it. And even by adding your slug lines to your entire script, you can just put your script as it is and can get the VO just on the basis of your audio, like audio requirement, right? So the entire script will be set as it is. So that is one very important thing. Extremely important that the description should be visual, and no camera angle shots or scene level abstraction should be mentioned. So don't get into like, unless you want a blue sofa in that particular location, you can add that. But like, do not add like I want a lamp, I want a like I want a refrigerator, I want a 50-inch TV. You need to ensure that these are the details that you want, and if you can get them within 25 words, by all means, please mention them. I'll just quickly take you through an example of a example script here. This particular script has slug lines, and this is how you write slug lines. So it just tells you a little bit about where the scene is taking place, which is Royal Park Mansion, Alpha King's private office, interior. So this becomes like your scene heading, and then a one line description of what is happening in that particular, like, a little bit of description of what does this office look like, because we are working with various genres. Sometimes an office, and this is for this particular promo, this particular script, this is a werewolf promo. So the office could be a little different than other offices. So that description, you have an opportunity of adding that description over here. And then time of day, the most important thing that writers need to ensure is that every single time a scene changes, you need to put this slug line, and you don't need to remove it when you are recording the audio using auto using AI VO, because you can put the script as it is. So wherever a scene changes, you are adding a slug line like this, and every single time a scene changes, when you do that, auto AI is able to understand that this is where the scene changes, and for this particular chunk, it auto AI will use this particular location and description as the background. So this is how we get background consistency. I'll quickly show you an example sheet, an image sheet where subline is in action. So if you look at this, all right. So when you look at this, let's just not look at the character consistency because that is not the point here. But if you look at the if you look at the slug line will appear here in background column over here. So whatever slug line you mentioned in your script. So Royal Park Mansion, Alpha King's private office interior, a vast room with polished blackwood furniture, high ceilings, and a floor to ceiling window filtering soft morning light. And this is happening in the morning. So yeah, this word is like, even if it's like filtering soft light morning, it could have worked just fine. So as writers, like, if you can just avoid using similar words, that will just help the overall prompt. If you look at the prompt also, this particular slug line appears over here towards the end. So this is how you are helping creating a better prompt, and this is how you are able to sort of get background consistency through slug lines. If you just this is where the scene changes, and if you see, like, the slug line changes, werewolf pack forest clearing, a dark moonlit forest clearing with torches flickering around a sacred tree at center in the night. And if you just notice, this is where the slug line appears over here, from here actually. So yeah, so this is how you are helping, and this is exactly what you want. This is the kind of image you want, and then you can easily choose like which one works better for you. So yeah, this is how slug lines work, and these are the examples. I'm adding this particular script and this sample script and image sheet below the Loom video for your reference. So hope this helps.